From the Middle Ages to the Renaissance, how humanity relearned thinking. For most of human history, learning was scattered, fragile, and difficult to reach. Books were rare, teachers were isolated, and knowledge survived in only tiny pockets across Europe. But then, something extraordinary happened. Europe created a new kind of institution, a community built not for power or wealth, but for learning itself. This is the story of how universities were born and how education became a global force. Before the 11th century, education had no structure, no classrooms, no degrees, no curriculum. A student who wanted to learn philosophy might walk weeks just to find a single scholar. Knowledge lived mostly inside monasteries, where monks copied manuscripts by candlelight. Learning existed, but it was trapped, disconnected, unorganized, and limited to a few. By the 11th century, everything began to change. Cities grew, trade expanded, and Arabic translations of Greek and Roman texts entered Europe. New ideas arrived: logic, mathematics, astronomy, medicine. People began to hunger for knowledge. Teachers gathered small groups of students. Students traveled long distances, searching for masters. Learning slowly moved from isolated rooms to organized communities. The concept of the university was forming, not as a building, but as a guild of people learning together. In Bologna, Italy, something revolutionary started.
The interpretation of this statute must adhere strictly to the Roman principle of suum cuique tribuere.
Yes, Master.
Law students formed their own guild. They hired teachers, set rules, and created a structure. For the first time, education wasn't controlled by the church or the government. It was controlled by the students themselves. Bologna became the world's first true university, a place where knowledge had discipline, authority, and community. Education was becoming a professional institution. Meanwhile, in Paris, a different model emerged. Here, the teachers, called masters, organized themselves into a guild. They focused on theology and philosophy, debating questions like, can faith and reason coexist? What is truth? How does the mind understand reality? This method became known as scholasticism, a logical, disciplined way of thinking that shaped Western thought for centuries. Paris didn't just preserve knowledge, it refined the art of learning. Across the English Channel, scholars fleeing Paris founded Oxford. Oxford introduced the college system. Students lived, studied, debated, and grew inside the same environment. Courtyards, libraries, dining halls, and dormitories created a full academic lifestyle. Oxford and later Cambridge shaped a model of education that would spread across the entire world. Then came a powerful invention that changed everything: the printing press. Before printing, a single book took months to copy. After printing, thousands of books could be produced in a short time. Knowledge spread rapidly. Ideas traveled across cities and borders. Students no longer depended on one teacher's handwritten notes. They had access to libraries. The printing press and universities together created an explosion of learning. This was the beginning of the modern educated world. Universities did more than teach. They created a culture where thinking was shared, where questioning was encouraged, and where truth was pursued. They turned curiosity into structure, learning into power, and education into a global force. The world we live in, from science and medicine to politics and philosophy, rests on the foundations built by those first universities. When humans choose to learn together, we unlock the greatest power we have, the power to grow.